53-year-old Kristen Ramsey is now charged with first-degree murder in her death. She was indicted by a grand jury.
An open house is supposed to be the safest part of a real estate agent's job. The doors are unlocked, the lights are on. Anyone can walk in, browse the property, ask a few questions, and leave. It's a routine repeated thousands of times every week, built almost entirely on trust. On April 8, 2011, 27-year-old Ashley Okland arrived at a model townhome in West Des Moines, expecting just another afternoon at work. Just before 2 p.m., she sent a casual email to a friend. She wasn't worried. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Less than 20 minutes later, Ashley had been shot twice and left dead inside the home she was showing. For nearly 15 years, no one was charged with her murder. So what happened inside that model home that afternoon? And who was the woman investigators say was seen leaving the scene moments after the gunshots? Ashley Okland was 27 years old, a real estate agent with Iowa Realty, the largest firm in the state. She had only joined the company the year before. She was known by colleagues as warm, enthusiastic, and genuinely passionate about helping people find homes. The kind of agent who remembered her clients' names, who showed up early and stayed late. That Friday, she was at the Stone Creek Villas development in West Des Moines, a quiet suburban community of about 70 townhomes. The kind of place where nothing bad was supposed to happen. Open houses are built on trust. The assumption that anyone walking through the door is there for one reason only: to look, to consider, to imagine a future in that space. Real estate agents do this every weekend, often alone, often without any form of protection, relying entirely on instinct and the belief that nothing will go wrong. Investigators later found an email sent from Ashley's account to a friend just before 2 p.m. She was relaxed, not in distress. Whatever happened next, it happened fast. A woman inside a neighboring townhome heard two loud noises shortly after 2 p.m. Thuds she initially couldn't place. Investigators would later determine those noises were gunshots, fired at close range. The witness looked out her window. She saw a woman standing outside the front door of the model home. Then she watched that woman pace beside her car, phone pressed to her ear. Then she watched her reverse out of the parking lot fast, erratic, and disappear. Something didn't feel right. The witness went inside the model home to check. She found Ashley Okland on the floor. She called 911. The person seen leaving did not. An autopsy confirmed two close-range shots, one to the chest, one to the head. Ashley Okland was 27 years old. The shock moved fast. Iowa Realty shut down all weekend open houses immediately. The real estate community across the state was shaken. Police were clear from the start. This was not a random attack. Nothing was stolen. Ashley had no known enemies, no threats, no conflicts. This was targeted, deliberate, personal, which made it even more disturbing. Because if it was personal, someone had a reason, and that reason was nowhere to be found.
We're a woman who lives in the neighborhood where Okland was found. She is also the same person who found Okland and called police. Here's what we know from police records. The woman's mother called police on April 25th, just before 7 p.m. She told police she was concerned for her daughter, who was last seen around midnight. The missing woman apparently told her mother that she was going to a hotel to commit suicide and that she took a bottle of pills and a knife with her. The woman is 53 years old and was driving a Jeep Liberty. She was later found alive, and police considered that case closed. Police have all along said they have no suspects and have been asking for the public's help in finding the killer. Today, they say they know about this incident, but they don't yet know if it relates to the murder case. They confirm they still don't have a suspect.
The investigation was enormous. By 2021, 10 years later, detectives had interviewed more than 500 people and followed up on over 900 tips. A Crime Stoppers reward grew from $1,000 to $150,000, the largest in the history of Polk County. The case was on national television, discussed in real estate communities across the country. And still, no arrest, no charges, no answers. The case went cold. In the background of the original investigation, there had always been a name: Kristen Ramsey. At the time of the murder, Ramsey worked as a sales manager for Okland Homes, the company that owned the model townhome where Ashley was killed. She was not a stranger to that property. She had professional reasons to be in the area. And she was the woman the witness had seen standing outside the front door seconds after the gunshots. Ramsey was interviewed multiple times over the years. Each time, prosecutors say, she gave conflicting statements, accounts that contradicted each other, and contradicted what the witness reported. The witness who called 911 was not Ramsey. Despite being the last known person seen at the scene, Ramsey had driven away calling a colleague instead and left it to someone else to find Ashley's body. Investigators searched Ramsey's home twice, once in May 2011, again in March 2026. Both times, they found multiple firearms, illegal substances, and materials described as threatening. For 15 years, this was not enough for an arrest. Then, something changed. Iowa's Attorney General launched a dedicated cold case unit. Ashley's case was among the first reopened. The previous year, Ashley's family had joined the Attorney General at the launch of Iowa's Cold Case Card Deck, a set of playing cards distributed across the state featuring unsolved murders. Ashley's face was one of them. On March 17, 2026, a Dallas County grand jury indicted Kristen Ramsey for first-degree murder. She was arrested the same day, 15 years, 11 months, and 9 days after Ashley Okland was shot twice at close range in a model home in West Des Moines.
Ramsey was the sales manager of the company that owned those townhomes. Prosecutors say a witness saw her at the crime scene shortly after hearing gunshots. Ramsey's defense claims she's innocent and says the state has no new evidence 15 years later. Now, the judge's ruling also says Ramsey cannot leave her home in Woodward unless she has a scheduled meeting with her attorney, court hearings, or medical appointments. And I'm digging into that 16-page ruling now. We'll have much more coming up at 4 or 5.
53-year-old Kristen Ramsey is now charged with first-degree murder in her death. She was indicted by a grand jury. Ramsey's in the Dallas County Jail on a $2 million bond. Now, police have so far not released any other details about Ramsey's arrest and what her motive might have been. Now, this is a look at the home registered to Ramsey in Woodward. This afternoon, KCCI was the only camera there to see police and crime scene vehicles comb the property. We saw a West Des Moines canine unit, crime scene investigators, and officers with metal detectors.
Ashley's story has kept many of us awake at night, said Assistant Police Chief Jody Hayes, revisiting the details over and over in our minds, searching for that missing piece. Ashley Okland went to work on a Friday afternoon. She sent a message to a friend. She unlocked the door of a model home and waited for buyers who never came. In the years after her death, the real estate industry changed. Safety standards were created. A pledge was written and adopted by hundreds of associations across the United States. Agents were trained to never show a property to a stranger alone, to always tell someone where they were going. Ashley's death changed how an entire profession operates. She never knew the impact she would have. But she has it. That is Ashley Okland's legacy. A legacy no one should ever have to leave behind. She should have finished her workday, gone home to her family, and continued building the life she had worked so hard to create. Instead, her life was cut tragically short. Even as the criminal case moves forward, one truth remains unchanged: Ashley never got the future she deserved.